Welcome to the Scottie and Sylvia show. We are best friends who keep our finger on the pulse of the culture. I'm Scotty Beam.
And I'm Sylvia Obell. And on this show, we talk about it all, from our favorite actors to our favorite affirmations.
From black joy to black drama.
And just a sprinkle of Caucasian chaos every now and again.
I love you, Sylvia. Hi, I'm Scotty Beam. Okay? I'm Scotty Beam, a globe-trotting media personality with great taste in music. You liked it?
I did. You liked
it?
That's a new one. Okay, I see where you spicing it up.
I was trotting the globes.
You've been trotting the globes.
I just thought I'd just write that down.
And I am Sylvia Obell, a writer of profiles,
which ones?
Cover stories.
Too many to name.
We won't get to listing.
Okay, we call it cover sale here.
Cover sale. So for our day ones, we are back and we have missed y'all. Okay, I know you guys are wondering where we went. We got the DMs. We got the texts. We got the tweets. We got the emails.
We got the face-to-face personal.
Carrier pigeons flew into my window at a certain point, I swear.
I swear to everything I love. Absolutely.
We got them. We heard you. We told you. We said we'd be back, and here we are.
Yes. So we fought our way back. And boy, was it a fight. Was it a fight.
But we never make a promise that we don't keep.
So first we want to say, hey, friend. And I want to ask you first, Sylvia, because we've been gone for a minute. We've been gone for like a year and some change.
Absolutely.
So I want to ask you if you could name the last chapter of your life, what would it be?
So the chapter from when they heard us last to now. Oh, baby. I think I would have to call that chapter Finding Peace Within the Storm.
Oh, shit. Whoa. You found, okay. Hold on. So is this the part where we talk about the peace in the storm, or do I say what mine?
No, that was what I will expound further, but I want to know what your chapter title will be first, too.
Well, my chapter will be called Damn Bitch. That's it. Damn bitch.
Is there a comma in that?
Damn, comma, bitch.
Just the right
period. Damn. Okay? What the fuck did I do? Let's just put that out. Is there something like, come on with your journalism. Is there something at the bottom where I can put, damn bitch, what the fuck did I do?
Like a little
question
sub.
mark, right.
Like
a little sub.
A little subhead.
Right there.
A little subchapter.
And then right under there said, just for real, God, just tell me what exactly, who did I hurt? I would like that one. Please expound no more on yours, Sylvia, because girl, that's a beautiful title.
It's the contrast.
Listen.
It's really the contrast for me because mine's giving, yes, there was struggle, but I found wisdom and peace and like all of those things, while Scotty is like, fuck y'all.
Fuck it.
Get me out of here.
Baby, this is ghetto. Get me out immediately. This segment is called What Happened To. But for the first episode, the very first, we are going to ask, what happened to us?
It's us. We're the subject.
It's us. We the subject. We the problem.
I never thought I would be
Baby,
the topic of one of these Where Have They Been, but here we go. But let's start from a high level.
Okay.
Because, as many of you, those of you who are returning listeners, and again, can't emphasize enough how glad I am that you're back here with us, okay?
No, seriously, missed y'all so much.
No, that ass. But as many of you guys know, and some of you newcomers, welcome, are learning, we have been on a serious hiatus from podcasting. It's been a little over a year since, we left that streaming company that won't let y'all use each other's passwords anymore.
Absolutely.
That one.
They are gatekeeping that shit, holding that down. They said pay the $18.99.
Nana has got to go. You
right?
gotta make some tough decisions.
Jim, Nana, all of y'all, they have got to take a hike.
Yes. Well, we had a great podcast with them for a few seasons. It was a good run. Hella black team. All of those things. Yes. It ended, along with, a lot of other black things. But we weren't done podcasting. So now, why are you laughing? So now, I'm trying to sum it up, okay?
Okay, yes.
And so, but we weren't done. You guys weren't ready to let us be done. Some of y'all sent threats.
Yes.
You didn't have to. We didn't want to leave. We're here.
Absolutely.
Love podcasting with my best friend. It's one of my favorite things to do. And so it was about finding the right home, okay? So now we are back with the perfect production company. Radio.
So supportive.
Radio, our black ass new home.
Yes.
To match this black ass podcast. Because for us, what was important was how can we make sure we are not in the same position we found ourselves in last time?
Right.
How do we escape the whims of billionaire white men?
Absolutely.
And the answer is what?
A black woman.
That's right.
And that's what we're here. Nigga, do you see these greens behind us?
A black woman did that.
A black woman do you see this couch? A black woman did that.
Do you see this throw?
Okay, do you see this throw? A black woman did that. So on this show, we have some fun segments for y'all, okay? But the first one, okay, we are going to do is going to be called What Happened To, because one thing about me, I'm going to watch hardball. Yes. And I'm going to see all those black boys that I watched when I was, 13?
Yeah, and what you going to ask yourself?
What the men doing now? What they been up to? You understand? So I go IMDb and just see how them kids are doing. A lot of them didn't just go further than hardball. A lot of them are just...
Shout out to Michael B. Jordan, though.
You made it out.
That boy made it out, okay? But other than him... R.I.P. to G-Baby, so to this day.
Oh, G-Baby. Much respect. He got a kid. So...
The fact that he's alive,
but
it's crazy.
It's G-Baby.
The character, I mourned him for you. Anyway. It's another conversation.
So, because of this, on our first episode... What happened to us, okay? It's going to be what the hell happened to us? Because y'all have been asking us, we have been asking us.
Not we.
Okay? And
we too would like to digest.
We need to give y'all the itemized list of what the hell just happened, okay?
So as some of you guys already know, and some of you guys are newly learning, we've been on a hiatus from podcasting.
Absolutely.
It's been a little over a year,
baby,
since we've touched the mic. Hopefully the audio man doesn't kill me for tapping it. But I'm just so excited for it to be here. I'm not going to lie. But it's been a minute. And so now that we're back like to jump off, we are trying to... Sorry. Don't laugh. I'm going to need you to control it over there. Thank you. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So let's first, before we get into the personal journeys we went through, on a high level, let's just talk about how we ended up here on this here couch.
Absolutely.
You know, 100%. One of them scratch records. I bet you're wondering how we ended up here.
Yeah.
Moments.
Let's just freeze for you real quick. I bet you're wondering how we got here. Go.
So we were with a streaming company, the one that won't let you share passwords anymore. Mm-hmm. And we had a great podcast, multiple seasons, loved it. Mm-hmm. Great black ass team, loved it. It ended along with a lot of other black things. And we weren't done though. We weren't done. And you guys wouldn't let us be done.
And I
love y'all for that. Yes. Okay? Y'all said, don't make me come to each of your homes. I don't care if it takes a flight to get to the both of you. I will drag you back into that studio.
And get this mic in front of you.
And we said, hey, don't worry about it.
We're working on it.
We're working on it because what mattered to us was how do we make sure we don't end up in this situation again.
Ever again. Ever the fuck again.
Everything's a learning experience. And for us, it was, how do we free ourselves from the whims of white billionaires?
Absolutely.
That's an American. That's a question really every American is probably asking. Every human is probably asking themselves every day. And for us, it really came down to, what if a black woman is at the top of the company?
Absolutely.
Those are a pair of well-manicured hands I would trust.
Absolutely. I mean, nigga, do you see the plants? Do you see the plants behind you?
Do you
not see the aesthetic? We are set up. It's really nice.
Okay. So now we're back with our new podcast home production partner, Radio.
Radio.
And that Ray? That R-A-E?
You know who that is.
Yeah, you know who she is. You know the girl.
Speaks
Issa.
volumes. Issa Rae.
As some of you may or may not know, those of you who read my writing, I had the honor and the privilege of interviewing Issa Rae for the Today Show's inaugural cover story last summer.
Yes, she did.
And it actually was the very first assignment I did after the podcast ended. We hadn't announced yet. Issa, being the good homegirl that she is, literally the reason why I started hosting in the first place back when I was at BuzzFeed doing Hella Opinions. So she's always looking out and was like, hey, what's going on? How are things? How's the pod? And I was like, oh, you know, we're not going to do it anymore. We're going to find a new home. Don't worry. We have meetings lined up. Like, we're going to be K-girl. Don't worry about us. Literally, I was very much like, oh, you know, it's not a thing.
What did you think was happening next? You need to hold a couple dollars?
Right.
What did you think? What did you think?
I know. I was like, Issa, it's okay. I don't know why I felt the need to overcompensate.
Right. She was like, you need lunch tonight?
I was like, we're going to be fine.
Right.
And I was like, we're going to land on our feet. Right. Okay. But Issa was like, very casually, like, well, how do I get on that list of meetings? And I was like,
gagged. What do you mean?
I'm here to interview you. I'm trying to work. And you pitching me? And then she didn't stop pitching me because then at the rap shit premiere, she was like, hey, you, where's that meeting? Is it on the cow?
And the way Sylvia texted me like, bitch.
I said, Issa's not playing with us. I'm going to need you to tell me your calendar dates because, baby, she's one more week away from rolling up on us. And I love her for that.
I love it.
I was so jumbled up. I was so overcome, literally. Vanessa, shout out to Vanessa. Issa's publicist was like,
what you doing?
You want to set up a meeting later? And I'm like, yeah, that.
Absolutely.
Let's do that, 100%. Whatever that is.
Yes.
And, 12 months later, no. 9. About 9.
It was a 9.
A baby. That's how long it takes to bake, bake a baby.
Takes time.
It's how long it took to bake this podcast.
Iron out a few wrinkles,
details.
Figure out.
Yes. Do our due
God
diligence.
is in the what?
The details.
Exactly. So we had to take a few moments to really sit and figure out what is it that we wanted too from our podcast, our new podcast.
Yeah, what do we want to make sure
exactly
was in place? How do we want it to look?
Exactly.
We are finally giving you guys the weekly podcast you have been begging for. Okay?
Boy, oh boy. I'm on
we
y'all
had
asses.
together.
I swear to God, you better listen to every single week. Because y'all know damn well you know how I feel about weekly podcasts. But because I love y'all and I love us, I'm going to do it.
Yes.
Every week, every single one of them.
On this black podcast, on this black production company.
Yes.
Owned by a black woman. Blackity black, black. That's what we doing. That's what we're
Issa
at.
say, we rooting for everybody black.
So,
and that she did. So she looked out for us. So absolutely.
Subscribe. Rate.
Please.
All of those things.
All of it.
So that's the high level of how we got here. And we're so happy to be here. But let's talk about the personal journey as we were taking that time to just be by ourselves, off camera, off production, just kind of away from the daily grind or bi-weekly grind of putting out content. And like kind of just coping with the reality of like, oh, there's like this loss, but it's also like on the precipice of something new, and making peace with that in between. What now you said your, I feel like that meme where he's like, you say your chapter. What chapter? Sada was called, where am I again?
Damn bitch.
Yep, that's the one.
Damn bitch. Absolutely, I did, Sylvia, because it definitely was a damn bitch year, and some change. Because I will not let go of that change. That change was kicking my ass. So what I will say is like, when that happened, Sylvia, the exact same time, my mom lost her job. And I think that took over. It wrote everything that I was going through to me. Because my mom has been at her job for 30 years.
So that's a legend.
It was my life. And she's a legendary radio personality. She was once on a radio station, which I won't even speak anymore about. But she spent my lifetime. I'm 32. So she's been in radio for 30 plus years. And they just let her go. So that really did mess me up in some ways. I think because to really like bring it all in, it's the importance of impact and how people value impact. And of course, like I think Black people, we value impact, but when those companies and those corporations sit down with you and they're just looking at you as a dollar sign, your impact is out the fucking door. They don't care about an impact, and that really tore me up. So not only with that, but with us, it really fucked me up, because this podcast has done a lot for other people, for our listeners, for our girlies, for everybody, but it also has done a lot for me. It has done a lot for our friendship. It has really, and it came at a crazy time. It was during the motherfucking pandemic. It was great. You understand?
We launched that thing in a...
Right.
Okay.
So when I say like everything made me feel like, I don't know, the value that I had about myself or for myself was a bit cheapened. Like I felt cheap. I felt unworthy. My confidence took a really slow turn for the worse. And it's all because, unfortunately, I place value in what those corporations think of me and what they do to me and what they do to my mother and what they do to other Black people who put their lives and souls in their work just to be brushed off. On to the next. So that to me really fucked me up, and it was very impossible. It's possible now. I'm able to find footing, but I could not, Sylvia, for the fucking life of me, find some fucking footing. Like footing was impossible. It was very far to me, because I'm still grappling with the thought of like, again, bump me, my mom's quality of life. What does that look like?
Right.
She immersed herself in radio. That's her life.
Yeah, she gave her life to radio.
Right. Yeah. And so that's just super important to me. And I think a lot of times, I just was talking about this like literally 30 minutes ago, but the importance of this microphone. And see, it's the first episode and I ain't doing it.
What? Record time?
I'm not doing it.
Stand up.
I'm standing up.
Stand up. All right?
All right.
So elbows up.
All right.
All right.
So, I grew up in a house with...
Because now you're talking like Debo. Never mind. Soften it up. I grew up in a house. You about to go into
I really was about
rap.
to sugar-night it real quick. No, so what I'm saying is like, I grew up my whole life with a photo. You ever heard of Ernie Barnes? Ernie Barnes is an amazing artist. There's a painting in my house called The Late Night DJ. And it's of this woman with a cigarette in her hand, and she has a microphone. And everything I feel in that photo is like, you have to have it, you have to hold it with confidence, you have to have it in your possession and also be very close to it, the microphone.
Right.
So my relationship with the microphone may look different from other people and of course other podcasters and things, because it's a very important thing for me.
Right.
And my mom thought it was important. There's a lot of things that help people through this microphone. I've watched my mom talk somebody out of unaliving themselves.
From that microphone.
On that microphone. I've watched women come up to us and tell us, hey, you really changed my life with the words that you said through that microphone. The importance of that microphone is it's pivotal for me. It's something that people really need to sit down and say, hey, can I take the responsibility of having this microphone?
You understand, you recognize its power.
Right.
Of the platform.
Exactly. And so that's all I'm saying. It's just, I just felt like after that, I felt like I wasn't worthy of having this microphone. And I love this thing. So, yes, that's it. I'm not crying about it, but I really do love what we do. I love what we say. I love what we mean. So when it happened, a lot of that just, you know how I get.
Yeah.
I start to really get down. And when I get down, girl, I get to the ground. Okay. I start to really get
the fall. There's
it's the unraveling that's
before we get to the
exactly.
To the
there's
sadness.
A spiral that we've never seen before. But I just love what we do. So I'm just happy to be sitting here. And I really hope that we can just be present in this moment. That's why I said before we started this, I was like, Sylvia, Because
Scotty shot.
okay.
Okay.
It's a big deal. We fought for this. We fucking fought for this. And now I feel like I belong here with this thing right here that I love so much. So yeah, that was it. I just would say like
not all that deep stuff. That was it.
Girl, that was it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
but please tell me about your chapter because boy, tell me about this piece.
Lessons from the storm. Finding peace within the storm. Because I think for me, I'll pick up where you left off in the far as like our impact. I think for me, I always, and this is probably a lot of what I'll say is faith-based. I am a Christian.
Yes.
I love God.
Yes.
The Mary Mary remix trap version. Never would have made it with the trap beat. That's, Beyonce church girl, that's me. So
same.
With the faith and the way my faith was set up at this point in my life, at my big age, I think if this would have happened, and it's happened, I've been laid off before. I work in media. When this happens, it's called the name of the game. If you work in media, you haven't been laid off. You haven't been working in media long enough. But I hate to say it, but at this point, I knew what we had, and it being taken away did not, to me, strip of self-worth or like that power. For me, it was like, oh, we definitely coming back. Oh, it's only, what a fumble. Can't wait to see how many people want to pick us up. Can't wait to see who we choose from. It's more about that daggone virtue that I have never been able to perfect called patience. God said, we going to go round for round about this patience thing until you get it. That it is a virtue that you must find peace within. You understand?
Yeah.
Because it wasn't a matter of if for me ever, it was when. But it was the when it started to take a little longer than even I thought it would.
Right.
That's really when I was like, okay, keep the faith in the when through all of it.
Right.
But like initially, most of my anxiety was coming from the audience. Like in the sense of they were great. You guys were great. And I mean, especially because they didn't let us feel embarrassment or shame. Nobody said like, oh yeah, y'all messed this up.
Absolutely
Nobody
not.
was so glad they're gone.
Well, they knew.
They knew.
Yeah.
And they really poured into us. I think the way we had spent the last 2 years pouring into them. And that meant everything. But to your point, we had received so many messages, especially I think because we launched in the pandemic. It wasn't the plan. We launched in like end of April, early May
really wasn't the plan,
of 2020. Y'all. We were supposed to be doing this in the studio the whole time.
Yes, I remember.
And so but because we found people in that isolated place, all the people who will say like, you guys were my friendship voice when I was alone. Yeah. You guys got me through. Yeah. Like the mental health of it all and how I knew how many people looked for our joy, our laughter, our thoughts, like to get through the hard times, and me thinking about how we'd have to leave them for a while.
Right.
And just hoping that they would be able to get through and find ways to, in the same way we had to find new ways. I was thinking as much about how the audience was coping as how we were coping. And not because I know that there's not other shows out. There's a lot of ways people can cope. But I just mean to say, like, it's hard when you find something that you like. I feel the same time every time one of my favorite shows goes away. I'm like, well, damn. Exactly. This was my comfort show. Exactly. And so I get that. And so for me, I really hated that. And I think what was also hard, and the same, I think with the support system that I thought I would have to lean on, I would say, didn't prove to be as strong as I thought it would be. And so I really had to do this with just me and God. And that's not to say that my family, they were there, but they were across the country. And that's my fault, Liz, I know. Scotty.
Because she was going to get on your ass.
My mom was going to be like, girl, and who told you to move to LA? Right. Don't do that. All right. And, and I think with us, we were going through the same thing. Boy. And I think even in our friendship, we realized like, oh my God, like we're both too down to lift each other up. How are we going to find ways to lift each other up? And then recognizing that and not feeling isolated in that. So I think for me, it was really about church and therapy. and like really, when I say finding peace within the storm, it was a lot about finding peace within pain. Like I had gone on a retreat trip where I did ice bath for the first time.
Oh yeah.
And then the ice bath, you have to sit in there, and what you have to trust is that even when you feel the pain, that your body is going to do what it's supposed to do and take care of you.
You have to trust.
And it was this whole exercise about being like learning to not instinct. You feel pain, run from it. Feel pain, run from it.
Yeah.
In this scenario, I was feeling pain in my professional life. I was feeling pain in my personal life. But instead of running from it, I sat in it like that ice bath. And I said, let's sit here and let's be uncomfortable. Because when we try to distract and this, that, and do that, it takes longer to get out of it. And so it was really, for me, about learning how to develop the life skill of being able to bounce back.
Yeah.
The space between where you are and where God intended you to be. And how, like, if you don't learn how to be uncomfortable in these pivotal moments or in these hiatus moments, you may settle for less, for the quick release, for the quick whatever.
Right.
And so it's like, let's get comfortable with pain. Let's learn from it. Like Good Friday wasn't Good Friday the next Saturday. It wasn't Good Friday until that Sunday. I mean, you know what I mean? After resurrection happened.
Right.
And so in my mind, I'm like, how do you find peace in that Saturday before it becomes Sunday and like believing that it's going to be great? And so like, I think for me, that's really what it was. And there was a lot that helped me get through it. I think for me, it was about leaning into the positive of the freedom. I spent a month traveling.
Same.
I was like, let's just go. Let's just be out.
Yeah.
I don't have anything tying me down here. Let me go to my support systems. Let me go to do the things that make me happy.
Yeah.
Let's travel. Let's do these things. Beyonce found me in a hopeless place.
Let me tell
You
something.
Understand? Renaissance?
Please. Okay. Let me just say this. All right. I saw Beyonce in Paris. Let me be the
No,
first
we're
one.
not.
I just want to say this, though. I want to say this. I cried my eyeballs out. Yes, we were all excited to see Beyonce. And it was just such a moment. But I do remember listening to this album and it being the only thing that could literally get me out of bed. From the track 1, I'm That Girl. Okay?
That's what I'm talking about.
The first track, all the way down, I cannot tell you how much it helped me at least get out of bed.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
I'm not talking about the concert version because I haven't gotten to that yet.
The who?
Catch me, the concert version.
Yeah.
But when the album dropped,
Yes.
which was really right at the beginning of our hiatus.
Right. But
And then I hit play and Beyonce was like, please, motherfuckers ain't stopping me.
these, for the real niggas, these motherfuckers ain't stopping
please.
me.
It could be both. Please, in the middle,
motherfucker,
dance
is
all night.
crazy, Beyonce.
It's just, the whole point is that.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't know how much it meant to me until I went to that concert. And I'm like, I heard these motherfuckers ain't stopping me. And I said, whoa, I had a rough year.
Yeah.
And this was the song to bring me out, at least for 2.5 seconds.
Out of it.
For just a little bit. But yeah, Renaissance was that.
It found me in a hopeless place.
Absolutely.
That end of July when I was just alone in my apartment trying to figure it out. And it really just just because she was like, hey, we're on the other side. That part of Church Girl, we're finally on the other side. Finally found the urge to cry. Swimming through the oceans of tears we cried. That's where we are now.
Here today, yes.
Today.
Absolutely.
But I think
Can't
like
speak
that
for
music got me through. And I'm just really happy that for me, that I finally learned how to be comfortable when things in life were not comfortable. Because that's like an inside job.
Yeah.
And like life, adulthood is ghetto and there's always gonna be stuff happening. And so it was really about.
But I think there
digging
were
deep.
For me, there were insecurities that were coming up that you thought that you had resolved.
Yes.
You thought that you had literally laid to rest through therapy. And you say, here, it's coming back up again. It's still showing its face. And it only shows its face when times are extremely hard. Like for me, when things get really muddy and really tough.
That's it.
Some people call it the devil or call it whatever it is. It really will do everything it can to attack whatever is left good in you.
Absolutely.
And so I think I had a lot of moments where I was like, am I still a good person? Because I have all these very terrible thoughts and all these hard insecurities to get past, which I thought that I was working through and I was done with.
Yeah.
And I was open for the new pains, the new hurt. I'm getting new pain and old insecurities.
Right. I'm ready for the new ones.
I got the new one. I got new ones, but the old ones is like, bitch, don't forget me.
Still here.
Right. They're both coming and they're both working together like Power Rangers to fucking take me down. So I'm just saying, like, they work overtime.
I hear you.
I will say, I have a grandmother up there who don't play about me. And I have family members up there that do not play about me. So I think that's the only reason. I have been talking to God, of course. I've been talking, but mostly I think I talk to my grandma a lot because she would know what to say in these kind of situations.
Yeah.
She knows how to handle anything hard.
Yeah.
And my mom does too, but I think my mom is also in a weird spot as well.
Yeah.
She's in unknown territory. I think for me, when you just said everybody's been laid off in the media, not me. I haven't. I've been working at the radio station my whole life. So I don't know what layoffs are. This is very different for me. My mom don't know what layoffs are. She's been working at the same radio station for my whole entire life.
That's a huge
This
lesson.
is all I know.
Yeah.
This is all I know. So this mic is everything to me. You understand?
Yeah.
So when it's like, okay, we're in unknown territory, we got unknown territory problems that we don't know how to fucking fix.
Right.
So,
but I think that's the work, right? And that's like the lesson. And that's why, unfortunately, we have to go through hard times.
Yeah.
Because what I wish and what I hope is that when things are good and great and happy and loving, that I am able to learn and become wiser and grow. Right. But the truth is, I grow the most during these times. Right. When that pressure cooker is on me, because like you said, I learn more about myself. I see a real-time click of like, oh, this is where I'm at. This is where my insecurities are at. This is the work I still have to do. These are the demons that are coming out. Right. This is the higher power I have to connect to. All of those things are, for me, what finding peace looked like. I think sometimes people, because peace is a peaceful word, it seems like a tranquil thing, like you're just meditating. But no, finding peace is ugly work.
I think the biggest peace, I did find peace. I found peace in understanding that and it's so simple, but I swear, I think the whole world goes through it where it's like, the things that you cannot control, you can't. There's nothing, and baby, I want to control it. You understand? Gun to your head.
Controller. That's me. That's
me.
Us.
Okay? Control. That's me. I want to control it. But I could not control the things that were happening to the people I love, including Sylvia, to everybody. I feel like a lot of my friends was going through some shit.
No, yeah, it was a rough year.
So there was nothing I can do but just to sit in it. And sometimes you got to sit in it, but you have to also understand exactly what Sylvia said. And so like that's, healing is important. I'm still healing. I have not come out on the other side. I'm still getting through, but I am grateful.
I'm grateful.
And that's what matters.
That's what matters.
I'm very grateful.
It's the lesson of sometimes you got to sit in something you don't like to get something you want. Right.
Or to even get closer to yourself, to know who you are now. You're forever growing. You're forever evolving. So to learn who you are in this stage is very important. So that's something that's great to have. I did learn a lot about myself, girl.
And I think learning about ourselves apart from what we do. Who we are is not what we do.
You just said. Say it again.
Who we are is not what we do. And that, baby girl, was the alternate title of the chapter. Because yes, I think if God was trying to teach us anything, us workaholic, type A, driven people who will never stop working, he said, oh, you're going to sit down. And learn who you are.
Who you are aside
from
that.
What
Take yourself out of that.
Aside from this thing that you love so much.
That you define yourself by. Because that's also too. I define myself by this podcast.
And I know a lot of people. Yeah. I know a lot of people are going through layoffs, economic things. We are in a recession. Yes. All of that. So I really just hope that people realize that that's not your value. It's not your job. your career. It's an important part.
Right.
But it's not your value.
Right.
And so
this is incredible. And since adulthood is trash and terrible and all things ghetto, we are going to do some fun stuff because we some big ass kids, right, Sylvia?
We're some big ass kids, and we know that we just hit y'all with a lot of heavy stuff, but we felt like it was important. We also know that's why you come here. Let's be clear.
You come here for the chaos.
We gonna give you the spoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down.
Yes.
Word to Miss Poppins. But
never seen it. But shout out to Poppins. She got the umbrella, right? That's
you've never seen Mary. We're gonna say
that's the umbrella. I know she's an umbrella lady.
As you guys have seen, Scotty did not spend her year off learning about more white shit.
I do know. That's her. Dippity boppity boo. That's her.
Who's gonna tell her?
That's not her.
You said put it together and what you got, bippity boppity do? Nope, baby girl. Do you know who played Mary Poppins?
The white lady, the lady Blanchett. Kate? Is it Kate?
Kate Blanchett was not even born when Mary Poppins came out. Mary Poppins came out before we was alive. The movie.
Jane. I'm getting a Jane. I'm getting a
Fonda.
I'm getting a. No, I know my girl Fawn.
I tried to get her.
My Black Panther. That's her.
Mary. Isn't it Mary Tyler Moore?
No, Mary Tyler Moore was too young.
No. Oh, Julie Andrews. No, you didn't.
I know Mary.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I do. I know Mary Tyler Moore.
I thought you were gonna say you knew it was Julie Andrews.
Gonna make
You're right. It was the Sound of Music lady.
That and you love Sound of Music.
I do. It's my favorite.
Who's her? What's her name? Julie Andrews.
Julie Andrews.
Shout out to Julia Andrews.
And Dick Van Dyke was the dad. Anyway, okay. He was the chimney guy.
Dick Van Dyke is.
I can't believe you said
Mary
Kate
Poppins.
Blanchett played
And what they do?
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins
we weren't
is
even
what?
supposed to be talking about white people today.
No, you're right. You shouldn't have brought up Mary.
I was saying that spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
I didn't know that she did that.
She said Mary J. Blige.
Mary. What are you talking
that
about?
That sounds like a Mary song.
Mary, right.
Anyway.
Okay.
Radio Roulette.
I love it. I love the name.
That if you don't think we about to milk this Ray Dio out, you don't know us, okay? Radio Roulette is a new segment that's also gonna be part of the show from time to time, and it's where we kind of figure out who can be trusted on the aux cord. Cause I don't know about y'all friends, but as for ours and ours,
please.
We do the music thing.
We do, except for one friend, and his name is Della. And baby, we put
Della,
him on the aux.
I know she was gonna do that.
He put you on. He gonna play Celine Dion or some shit while we going to the club.
That's crazy.
Yes, I called out. I'm sorry, Jeef. I'm sorry.
I was about to say Della's family is in the room.
I'm sorry,
and she's still acting like this. That's
but I
crazy.
just have to. I have to be honest with my friendships. I know where I stand.
Della,
go ahead.
It wasn't me playing.
Go ahead.
But aux cord. We love to. We love to tell. I'm just screaming at that stray. He caught a wild stray.
Yo, you should see it play. Give him the aux cord. Oh, I have to record it, guys, and you will see it. Okay, go ahead.
Now Dell's gonna have to come on here and defend himself. But anyway, the whole thing is this is our point though. You have friends who are good at this and who are not good at this.
Good.
The aux cord tells you a lot about a person.
Yes. When
you first start dating, you go on a road trip. It's like, what do you want to play? When you go on a road trip with your girls, you figure out who has what taste and what. So in this segment. Our producers are going to present us with a very specific scenario, and then we are going to say what our aux cord choices are. Okay. Whether it's which songs or which artists we're playing, to make sure we keep our aux cord privileges. So, for today, because we knew that there was no way that after a year offline that Beyonce Knowles was not coming up in this episode.
Please.
We figured she was a safe bet.
Absolutely.
So here's the setup, Scotty. We're calling it the pregame performance. Here are the details. You're leaving your new apartment here in Los Angeles.
Girl, please. Okay.
Headed to your best friend spot, me, to get ready for Beyonce's Renaissance Tour performance here in LA. You're running late because you don't like to be rushed. And anybody who knows Scotty said, just now.
You want to be my friend?
Yeah.
Don't rush me. I ain't that one.
Earlier that day, you just quit your job that was draining the life out of you. And you're not sure what you're going to do next, but you're feeling hella optimistic. This is a fake scenario. I'd like to remind you again. Which 3 songs or artists
God.
are you playing when you finally get to my house?
God damn, that was a lot.
Hey.
That was an action-packed day.
I mean, they tend to be.
Okay.
So again, just to reiterate, you're leaving your new apartment here in LA to come see me to get ready to see Beyonce.
Okay.
You're feeling in a fucking mood.
Beyonce.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm going through it, whatever. Kind of like,
I think, I'm sorry, I have to do the one that's probably the most generic one because I absolutely love Beyonce Heated. It will literally pull me out of whatever sickness that I'm going through, whatever problem I'm having here. Heated would really, because Beyonce be really talking into me. You understand?
I talk about it.
So that's what I would say. I would say Beyonce Heated. I only do one song?
No, you're giving me 3.
Oh, 3, okay.
And I think Heated is great because also, that last 60 seconds in unison with a best friend, change your life.
Actually.
That's a free therapy session right there.
Absolutely, 100%.
All right. What's the second song?
The second song would be Sounds of Blackness.
What? I just want to say that these can all be Beyonce-like songs.
So
like,
we all have to do Beyonce? How does this go? Can I just pick what I want to pick?
Yes.
Because this is an uplifting song. Sounds of Blackness, optimistic. Get your ass up.
As long as you
keep your head to the motherfucking sky. Okay? So that's because I lost my job, my nigga.
You quit, actually, because you don't get laid off, as you told us.
Oh, yeah. Well, nigga, I'm telling you, speaking from experience of losing the job, Sounds of Blackness.
All right, keep your head to the sky. Why do we make that a Christmas song, by the way? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Go ahead. It be on holiday lists. It be on holiday Christmas playlists. I don't know why.
Sylvia?
I don't know why.
Lantanisha Obel. I have never heard it on a Christmas
I don't want to
album.
name streaming services because I want this podcast to get played everywhere. But some of them put black Christmas music playlists together. And every time I hear Sounds of Blackness, I get confused.
You might be right because I don't listen to Christmas music.
Anyway, go ahead.
Then you have...
What's the third song? We're going to see Renaissance.
So now I have to do another Renaissance song?
No, I mean just a song to get us going. Bring us back to 2023. Let's do something.
I'm going to do Beyonce.
It doesn't have to be Beyonce. Don't you roll your eyes when you say her name.
Because you're forcing me.
No.
I pick Beyonce.
Pick somebody. You can pick anybody. You can pick Cardi B.
Put it on the floor, Lotto.
With
Cardi B.
Put it on the floor again.
Put it on the floor again. Put a ribbon on me. I've been acting brand new. This Cardi B said, this is what Cardi B said.
I already know what she's going to say.
Cardi B said, you were lurking on my page before you even fed your kids. Your children had stomach rumblings. They didn't even eat their pureed peas yet. And you out here lurking on my page?
Jaquavius is hungry.
For real.
Feed him.
Levantis is upset. And here you are on my page.
Lurking.
That's
what Cardi
said. I would
said.
do that one. That's what I would do. We're winding down our first episode of the Scotty and Sylvia show. Okay?
Okay, we put our names on that thing. So
but
you know.
We've got a couple more things to share in a segment we like to call Before We Let You Go. You go.
So in this segment, we would like to leave you all with a little affirmation.
Yeah.
You know, a little something to put on your mirror.
Absolutely.
Hold close to your heart, write in your journal.
Come on, being Mary Jane.
We did love that show. Yes, we did. Don't act like we didn't.
Don't get me started. Yes.
So, Scotty, what is your affirmation from this episode that you would like to leave the people with?
I guess my affirmation for the show would be to be. Just be. And it's okay to just be. You sometimes being present, be in your space now, be where you are right now, sit in it, just be. I think that's my only affirmation for right now. affirmation right now, because I think that's what I spent a lot of my time away from this mic doing. Just being, just be. So that would be it. Be. Shout out to Common, the album, because it was his best work. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
I think I was real church girl today, so I'm going to stick to that and end this out like the Baptist pastor I'm never going to be, but I'm sure one somewhere in the Bible Belt has maybe said this before. Don't ever let the devil put a period where God put a comma. It's just a pause. It's not the end. That's what life is until the actual end. So don't put that period there prematurely or early. Just let it be a comma.
I love that.
And know that there is something on the other side of that.
Take that breath.
That's
what a comma does.
And know that pause sometimes is protection.
Absolutely. Pastor Syl.
Thank you.
I appreciate
I will now
that.
be collecting offerings, Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, like all the churches as well. It's my name. Thanks.
God help me. And that's it. And that's it for our first episode of the Scotty and Sylvia show. Sylvia, we did it.
We did it, Joe.
Oh my God.
We did it.
And we got way more of that coming up. Okay, so we'll see you next week. Okay, don't start it. Cut it out. 'Cause I see you already getting the fingers ready. We are coming back next week, okay? Don't forget to follow Radio on IG and YouTube at The Radio, RAEDIO, to keep up with the show and all the dope things radio is doing. You can follow me, Scotty Beam, on IG and Twitter at Scotty Beam with an IE, not a Y.
And you can follow me on IG and Twitter at Sylvia Obel. Also, subscribe on YouTube to catch these visuals. And follow us, rate, subscribe, and please leave a review of the podcast on Apple Podcasts, because we do it all for you.
Because we love you.
And hopefully you love us.
You do.
So leave us a review. Thanks.
You better. Before you move on, if you like this episode, guess what? We have more for you.
Go on ahead and click on one of these videos for more Scotty and Sylvia.